Okay, before pushback checks. Cabin report.
Received.
APU bleed.
Okay, off.
APU.
Is off.
External power.
Is disconnected.
Electrical power.
Removed.
Doors.
Closed.
Strobe lights.
On.
Ready for pushback. Before pushback checks complete.
Juliana ground, tide 112, heavy, ready to taxi, touch and go. Tide 112, heavy, taxi to and hold short of runway 9er. Taxiway Charlie, runway 9er, Bravo Alpha, Bravo Alpha. Contact tower 118.7, when ready. Taxiing hold short, runway 9er, via taxiway Charlie, runway 9er, Bravo Alpha, Bravo Alpha. Tide 112, heavy.
Parking brake off.
On behalf of the captain and his crew, may I welcome you aboard
Cabin
this
signs on,
flight.
please.
I would like to bring to your attention that the captain has now turned on the seatbelt sign. And if you haven't already done so, please store your luggage in the overhead lockers and take your seat so that we may have an on-time departure. Passengers seated by a designated exit may be called upon to open that exit in the event of an emergency. Please refer to the safety briefing card located in the seat back pocket in front of you. If you consider yourself unable to perform this task, please notify a member of the cabin staff. I must also ask you to refrain from using any electronic devices, as these could interfere with the aircraft's onboard electronic systems. I will inform you when it's safe to bring these items out for use. If you have any questions about what devices you can use on board the aircraft today, please refer to the Welcome Aboard section of the Airway magazine. Thank you for your attention. Flight attendants, prepare for gate departure.
Parking brakes set.
Brake pressure up. Right, before start checks now, please.
Okay, before start checks. Probe heat.
Okay, on.
Window heat.
Okay, on.
Throttles.
Idle.
Boost pumps.
That's on.
Beacon.
That's on.
Before start checks complete. Start number 1. Valve open. N2 rotation. Oil pressure. N2 20%. Fuel lever on idle. Fuel flow. Light on 1. 46%. Valve closed. Start number 1. Valve open. N2 rotation. Oil pressure. N2 20%. Fuel lever on idle. Fuel flow. Light on 1. 46%. Valve closed. Start number 2. Valve open. N2 rotation. Oil pressure. N2 20%. Fuel lever on idle. Fuel flow. Light on 2. 30%. 46%. Valve closed. Start number 2. Valve open. N2 rotation. Oil pressure. N2 20%. Fuel lever on idle. Fuel flow. Light on 2. 46%. Valve closed. Start number 3. Valve open. N2 rotation. Oil pressure. N2 20%. Fuel lever on idle. Fuel flow. Light on 3. 46%. Valve closed. Start number 3. Valve open. N2 rotation. Oil pressure. N2 20%. Fuel lever on idle. Fuel flow. Light on 3. 46%. Valve closed. Start number 4. Valve open. N2 rotation. Oil pressure. N2 20%. Fuel lever on idle. Fuel flow. Light on 4. 30%. 46%. Valve closed. Start number 4. Valve open. N2 rotation. Oil pressure. N2 20%. Fuel lever on idle. Fuel flow. Light on 4. 46%. Valve closed.
Right, after start checks, please.
Okay, after start checks. Throttles. Idle. Engine start switches.
Check gen.
APU bleed.
That's off.
APU.
Yes, off.
Warning lights.
Check.
Air conditioning.
Okay, on.
Hydraulics.
Set correct.
Anti-ice.
Set.
Avionics.
That's off.
Clear signals, lights.
Checked OK.
Auto brake.
Is off.
Trim.
Set and checked.
After start checks, complete. Parking brake, off.
Taxi checks, please.
OK. Taxi checks. Light instruments.
That's checked.
Flaps.
Flaps up, set.
Flight controls.
That's checked.
Nav aids. Ignition.
As required.
Runway turn off.
Is on.
Autopilot.
Yep, that's on.
Final weight.
Checked.
Checklist complete. Our speed is too high.
Right, before takeoff checks, please.
OK, before takeoff checks. External lights.
Yep, that's on.
Transponder.
Yep, that's on.
Auto throttle.
Armed.
Checklist complete. Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff.
Juliana Tower, tide 112, heavy, ready at runway 9er, touch and go. Tide 112, heavy, clear for takeoff. Runway 9er, touch and go. Right traffic approved.
Flaps 5, flaps 10, flaps 20, flaps 10.
Clear for takeoff. Runway 9er, tide 112, heavy.
Airspeed active. .80 knots.
Check.
100 knots.